So Lenovo just released the Tab P11 Pro 2nd generation in the United States, and it's pretty impressive from what I've seen so far, but can it beat one of Samsung's most popular tablets? Let's compare as much as possible and find out. Probably one of the biggest deciding factors when buying a new tablet is going to be the price. The Galaxy Tab usually starts around $300 to $350 depending on if it's on sale or not, while the new Tab P11 Pro starts at $399, but it's already on sale for $329, of course right after I bought one. Thanks Lenovo. So somewhat close in price, but slightly more for the Lenovo tablet. You're also going to get better storage options for Lenovo, since the base model comes with 128 gigabytes of storage, where Samsung starts at 64, and then up to 4 gigabytes of RAM on Samsung, up to 6 gigabytes of RAM for Lenovo, although I thought I saw somewhere you can get up to 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage with Lenovo, but I haven't seen that version available. Then you can expand the storage with a micro SD card on both tablets as well. Screen sizes are going to be slightly different, with a larger 11.2 inch 2560 by 1536 OLED display on the Tab P11 Pro, and that's with up to 120 Hz refresh rate versus a 10.4 inch LCD display on Samsung 2000 by 1200 resolution. Not only is the Lenovo screen brighter, it just appears to look better in almost every instance. Better viewing angles, brighter colors, better contrast. You'll also be able to watch upscaled 4K resolution on YouTube for both tablets, full HD playback resolution on apps like Netflix for both tablets as well. So a little larger and higher resolution on the Lenovo tablet, and I know some of this is going to be personal preference, but yeah, if you want the tablet with the better display, you're going to want to go with Lenovo. Funny thing is, the display is probably made by Samsung. I feel like another important feature is going to be the battery life. You get an 8000 milliamp hour battery in the Tab P11 Pro, 7040 milliamp hour in the Galaxy Tab, but in my testing, battery life appears to be pretty much the same at 7.5 hours with full screen brightness before both tablets died. While I run the same tests on all of my tablets, I know there are going to be some variables out there, but for me it sort of gives a baseline of how long the battery is going to last, and my testing is a little more extreme use, so both tablets should have plenty of juice to get you through a normal workday. Can't really go wrong with either when it comes to battery life. You're also going to get a little bit faster charging on the Lenovo tablet at 20 watts, where it's only 15 watts on the Galaxy Tab. Even though these tablets are going to be pretty similar in price and size, one big difference is going to be performance. Just one look at the Geekbench scores and you'll see just how much higher the numbers are, and that's mainly going to come down to the new MediaTek Companion 1300T processor compared to the Snapdragon 720G in the Galaxy Tab. It is going to vary slightly depending on which version you have of each, because the P11 Pro version I have is 6 gigabytes of RAM and then 4 gigabytes of RAM on the Galaxy Tab. Probably not going to notice a huge difference between the two just moving around the software, but the P11 Pro is going to be able to handle multitasking just a little bit better. And then when it comes to gaming, the P11 Pro is also going to load games a little bit faster, have a little bit better gaming performance than the Galaxy Tab. Overall though, both tablets are going to be good for most games and is going to have decent graphics, high frame rates. I think most people are going to enjoy gaming on either tablet, but if you want the tablet with a little better performance and a better looking screen, you're going to want to go with Lenovo. And then software, both tablets come with Android 12, but they are going to look slightly different. You've got the Google Discover newsfeed or Samsung Free left of the home screen, where Lenovo has the Google Entertainment Space, and then a lot of other small things like the notification shade's going to look a little bit different between the two. Overall though, both do a nice job when it comes to the software, and it could just come down to personal preference. Good thing is you get at least a couple years of software support on both tablets. Not quite as long as some phones out there, but still decent for tablets. But again, some of this is going to be personal preference on which one you think has the better software. And then I feel like Samsung has the slight advantage since their tablet comes with the S Pen, where you have to buy the Precision Pen 3 separate for the P11 Pro, and the S Pen's probably a little more refined than the Precision Pen 3 in my opinion. Both are nice to be able to use regardless of which tablet you go with. They're good for drawing, taking notes, just moving around the software. And there's also going to be an official keyboard coming for Lenovo that should be a nice add-on as well. Just not sure how much that's going to cost or when it's coming out because it wasn't available when I ordered mine. Nice thing is you get Samsung DeX on the Tab S6 Lite, productivity mode on the P11 Pro. Both are going to make these tablets feel a little more like a laptop, but I feel like Samsung DeX might be slightly better. Another thing to keep in mind is you can only connect the P11 Pro to an external monitor to duplicate or extend the display, where you're not able to do that with the Tab S6 Lite. You can't even connect the Tab S6 Lite to a TV through a USB adapter. Not really a huge deal for some people, but just something I thought I would point out. If you're wanting a tablet with good speakers, these two are nice options. Both have Dolby Atmos, and I thought the P11 Pro would be quite a bit better since it's got the JBL quad speaker setup, but really it's not a huge difference. You're going to get a little better bass and overall sound on the P11 Pro, but surprisingly it's not a whole lot louder than the two speakers on the Galaxy Tab. The one thing you'll get on the Galaxy Tab that you don't get on the Lenovo tablet is going to be a headphone jack. Here's a quick test of each just to give you an idea of what they sound like. When it comes to the cameras, you get an 8 megapixel front facing on the P11 Pro, 5 megapixel on Samsung, then 13 megapixel rear facing on the P11 Pro, 8 megapixel for the Galaxy Tab. From what I've seen, the rear cameras are going to be fairly similar. Samsung might be a skosh better in lower light situations. Same thing with the front facing cameras, pretty similar, but I feel Samsung might be a tad better. Here's a few samples of each just to see what you think. So hopefully this video gave you a little closer look at these two mid-range tablets by Samsung and Lenovo. Definitely two good options if you're wanting a tablet in this price range that's going to work with an S Pen or stylus like the Precision Pen 3. Which one is better is probably going to depend on what's more important for you. But for me, I feel like Lenovo is winning most categories in this comparison. I'll definitely be comparing several other tablets to the P11 Pro fairly soon, and I've got some other new tablets on the way. So I'd say we have plenty of tablets to check out and compare before some more phones are released later this fall, which I'm definitely looking forward to reviewing on the channel. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.